So you sleep with the monkeys?
Basically. And I was like super happy. The deposit right there on the table.
If we are doing the job well, like the client will be happy, the owner will be happy, my bank account will feel better. So for me, I think it's the best job.
Hi guys, I'm really happy to have you all here. I am Ingrid. This is Zach. This is Camilo. This is Tristan. And this is Depiro Street. It's your new podcast to talk about real estate agency in Malta, right? So we are here together to talk about the real estate agency in Malta, and it's a pleasure to have you all here. Zach, can you tell us a little bit about your story and how you came here?
Hi, my name is Zach. I come from the north of Malta. I've always been a very business-minded person since a young age. I attended a business course at MCAST, which after that led me into opening my own shop. Of course, it didn't pan out as expected, but eventually it led me to where I am today, that is in real estate with QuickLets.
So you did business school and you had your own shop?
Yes, when I was 18, I went to Thailand on a holiday.
Mm-hmm.
I saw like an ice cream machine, which from what I thought was a gap in the market in Malta, because there was nothing like it. Eventually I came back and brought this machine to Malta and I opened my own shop. It was going very well, but certain circumstances turned out into me closing the shop. But eventually after that, I got involved into property. I was working with QuickLets about 3 years ago. It was quite good in the beginning, but it wasn't enough for me to get by. So I opted to invest my money elsewhere. I found a taxi, I bought it, and I was working as a taxi driver. But my love for real estate, I guess, it kept me going, and here I am today.
And now you're
back
back
in
with
the
us.
game.
You went to QuickLets, you left QuickLets, and then you came back again.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to come back?
Because of us.
Yeah. I know we are a great team.
Nice idea, bro.
Well, I mean, real estate, it always had me going. Like, when I say going, I mean the job gives me a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's hard to explain, but...
But you help people, you are useful. You
Sorry?
help people, you are
Of course,
job,
but it gives me a type of feeling that with other jobs I don't get, basically.
Yeah.
So
You always
I
had
love
this-
what I do,
You always had this business
Yeah.
passion,
always, since a young age.
and you continue having this.
Yes. Since I was a kid, I was selling things in the street. So.
What kind of things, bro? A lot? Candies? You use candies?
No, but I mean, I was always business-minded.
Sure.
So.
Okay.
What about you, Camilo? How did you arrive in Malta?
Okay. Thank you, Zach. So, I'm Camilo. I'm from Colombia. I came in Malta since October. In Colombia, used to work in marketing, and I have experience like in real estate. It's really different real estate in Colombia if you compare like Malta, but it's interesting too. I came from Malta because I want to start with different challenge. I want to improve my English. I want to know other things. In Malta, I think that a lot of challenge I started, and now the Depiro Street, it's other good challenge for us, I think.
Yes, of
That's
course.
amazing.
The
And
biggest
just like you, I also came here to give myself a new challenge, a new experience. I'm from South America as well, just like you, and from Brazil. Brazil,
wow.
yeah. Yeah, it's a long journey to come here from north of Brazil, in the middle of the jungle in Amazonia. Yeah.
Nice.
So you sleep with the monkeys?
Basically. We don't have internet there. No, okay. I'm a civil engineer in Brazil. I always liked the real estate market in general, but not directly with the clients. So I had my experiences in building and in constructions. So when I came here, I decided to go to the real estate market. Like, why not? Right. I like it to deal with people. I've always liked it to deal with people.
And in Brazil, you have experience in one similar industry because it's civil engineer. I know that it's different, but it's like properties.
It's related.
Yes,
it's directly related.
We build, but I basically didn't have this contact with the people, you know.
Sure.
So the apartment was there, but I personally like to see the transformation that a person when you go into a house, into an apartment, and wow, this is my home. Wow feeling that we have as real estate agent, I didn't have as a civil engineer. So that was what I was looking for, that wow feeling. So I really found it when I came to real estate market. I remember I was in Malta for 3 weeks when I received a message from Regis, who is here with us. I received a message from Regis to do a job interview to be a real estate agent. And I was like, why not?
Of course.
Let me try. I just came here to Malta. I am trying to find myself into different areas. So I'll try. And I did the job interview with him. It was amazing. I was like, okay, this is nice. I felt like I could start something nice, So I was accepted, I started, and of course I learned everything from zero. I'm here for a year, so during this year I learned a lot about the market, because just like in Colombia, the market in Brazil for real estate is super different. Okay, here it's every day is a different challenge. I've been learning a lot until now. What about you, Tristan? Tell a little bit about how you came to Malta.
Basically, so me, kind of the same story as you. I had an interview with Regis, but in a different way. Me, I was still
drinking beer. No.
No, not yet. Me, I was still in France. Was just coming back from a long trip, and wanted to leave France. And I was like, okay, I have to find a way to leave France in the proper way and with a goal. I have one of my best friends with who I'm living now in Malta. He came back at this moment and he gave me the number of a Belgian guy named Regis. So I called this guy. I called Regis. We spent, I think, at least 1 hour and a half in the phone, something like this. Me, I was already in real estate in France. But it was like start to be boring, so I wanted to have a new challenge and everything. And after a few hours in the phone with Regis, I told him, okay, maybe I can come in Malta for a few days. We meet and let's see what happens. If we have a good connection, we can work together, and I think it's a good project. And he told me, no, I have something better for you. Let me know when you are in Malta, and we work together. And I say, okay, I'll keep you posted in a few days. It didn't take me a lot of time to know. The next day I call him and I say, okay, I will be in Malta the 10th of June. And I start working the 12th of June with Regis. And now, 8 months after, I have my team. And I think, like all of you...
Mine is the best.
No, I'm not sure. But no, now I have my team, like Ingrid, like Zach. And I think if we are, it's because it's doing well. And we want to grow. We want to... of course, make more money. I think it's the goal for everyone. Me, to be honest, I came here for money because it's the goal at the end of the line. And if we are doing the job well, like the client will be happy, the owner will be happy, my bank account will feel better. So for me, I think it's the best job, and I was doing it in France. I really like it. Now I'm doing the same job in the Little Rocks with the sun all day long, all the year. So I enjoy it more. And let's see what we can have for the future. I think we have good projects, so we just have to push it and see where we can go.
So you started 8 months ago?
8 months ago. I started, as I say, the 12th of June. Make the academy, everything, and I think I was on the field to rent my first place maybe 1 week after. And by the way, I remember my first deal.
Yeah. Let me see. How was your first
How
deal?
was your first
Kind
deal,
of a long
bro?
story, but like as we say, usually the first one is always the hardest one, and after it goes well. So yeah, I remember my first deal was I have the date, the 7th of July. My client was a French guy. I call him, blah blah. I have a nice apartment in St. Julian's. We went to the viewing. The guy opened the door and he said, "Okay, I take it." And I was like, "This job is that easy in Malta? What's wrong?"
I think I came to the right place.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so if all my deal are like this, I'm a millionaire in 1 year and I live. So I say, okay, I take it. I pay the deposit. I take it. I say, okay, let's go, easy. Like I love this job. I called the owner. Okay, my client is ready to pay the deposit. He's with me. We can pay now and sign the contract tomorrow. Oh no, sorry, I forget to told you. Like the place is rented by someone else. I'm waiting for the deposit. I will have it tomorrow morning. I was like, what?
For another client.
Yes, with another client, and the client supposed to pay the deposit the next day in the morning, and me, I was with my client in the apartment. Like he told me, okay, I pay, and I was shocked. Look at my client. I was with Regis at this time. Look at my client. Look at Regis and the maid. I remember the maid was also in the apartment. Look at the maid. Everyone shocked, and the maid say, okay, no, I have a good connection with you. I like you. I like your client. Let's do something. Let's go to the owner now. I say, okay, let's go. So as she was cleaning the place and everything, it was like all the stuff, the garbage and all. So I was walking in my street with my client, Regis, and the maid, two garbage in the shoulders, to go to meet the owner. So, and I went to we went to the owner place. I go downstairs. I call the owner. Oh no, man, no need to come. My place is rented by someone else. I will have the deposit tomorrow morning. I said, fuck. I have to rent this place. Like it's my first deal. I want to do it quick, so I will do it. I look my client and I say, okay, as we are in Malta, I think we can have a way. You pay more for this apartment. Okay, I can pay 50 euro more. I call the owner. Okay, my client pay 50 euro more now. Okay, come up. I was like, okay.
Now it's getting.
So up the doors, the main door open. We went to the place of the owner, and she said, okay, let's go. If you pay 50 euro more, the place is for you. So okay, but I want the deposit now and in cash. I was like, oh, okay, let's go. So my client say, okay, no problem. I will pay 50 euro more. I will bring you the cash now. And I said, okay, but we go to withdraw. We go to withdraw to the first bank. Not enough money on the ATM. We go to another one. The limit at 400 euro. So I had to make like 4 or 5 ATM to get this money and to come back to the owner and give her the money. So I think I was interviewing at 5 p.m. and I finish it at 8 p.m. It was so long. 3 hours for the first deal.
3 hours.
It was like for, I don't know, maybe 300 euros in my pocket. But I was like so excited to make the first one because I knew that after the first one, things are like...
You open the door.
It's always the first thing, like the most difficult in everything, not in real estate. So I just unlock this, make my first deal. But wait, yes, it was like a long story and hard work. And after that, I closed I think the 4 or 5 next was like easy and good stuff.
So you were saved by the maid?
Yeah, I was saved by exactly.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
The maid saved my deal and still grateful for her. So I hope she will see this podcast. We have to drink a coffee together. And I'm sure that you remember your first deal maybe? Ingrid,
I remember
Camilo?
my first deal.
Yeah.
I will never forget my first deal actually. I was also with Regis. And I remember that my first deal was in Marsa Scala, so our office is in Zlima.
Far away.
Yeah, I was like excited. No, when is your first deal? You are like hungry for
You
it.
want
you
it,
know?
you want it.
Exactly, it's only your first one.
You can't wait to close.
For sure.
Exactly, and I was like, I need to do everything it takes to close my first deal. And I came to Marsa Scala with Regis. I promoted this apartment on the internet, so I had a few clients for it. When I came to the viewing, the owner was there just cleaning the apartment because the current tenant was leaving on the same day of the viewings. So the maid was there, so we had a maid
It's all
there.
about maid.
It's all about maid. The maid was there, the owner was there, they were cleaning the apartment and I arrived with my client. And they said, okay, it's nice, it's good, I like it. And I was just like you, okay, that is you. Do you have the deposit? Yes, it was in hands, in cash. And I was like,
Let's go for the next one.
Let's go for the next. This is too easy to be true as well. And the owner said, okay, do you like it? And the clients, yes, we'll keep it. I had 3 clients at the time. They were 4 in total because they would share. But the 4th person was not there. Okay. But okay, you 3 liked the place, yes. So let's see, let's sign the contract, let's pay the deposit. Everything was perfect. They paid the deposit. The 3 of them signed the contract. Okay, we need the 4th person to come so he can sign as well, and then we are done. And I was like super happy. The deposit right there on the table. Exactly. And the 4th person arrived. When he arrived, he looked at the place and he was like,
No, sorry.
He was like, mm-mm.
Fuck that.
I don't like this place. Like, I don't want to rent it. And the other 3 were like, no, what do you mean? Like,
it's too late.
And I was like, yes, you liked. And he was like, I don't like this place. And then I was, And they tried to talk about canceling the deal, and the owner, I'm sorry, the contract is signed, so the deposit is mine.
Of course.
If you want to cancel it, okay,
but
you have the right, but I keep the deposit for me.
Sure. Yeah, makes sense.
The 3 of them were like, oh no, we cannot like try to do another thing. And Regis was with me. Regis called me like, Ingrid, try to find another client that if we get the new deposit, maybe the owner gives back the deposit that he has in hands. And I was like, okay. And I remember that when they were signing the contract, Regis talked to me like, go back to the office, edit the inventory, because I had the inventory in paper, but I needed to put on the computer, edit, and bring back to Marsa Scala. And I was like, okay, let's go back to Islima to edit the inventory. I went back to Islima, I edited the inventory, and then everything was happening in Marsa Scala. Regis called me, can you find another client? And I was like, okay. And he said like, don't ask explanations, just find another client. And I was like, okay, editing the inventory. Okay, so I stop here. Yes, you stop. So I just look at the other clients that I had on the list of the internet, and I call the other people, and I say, can you go to the viewing now? And the next client said, yes, I will go there. And I was perfect. I called Regis, the other client is coming. Okay, I'm not asking you anything, but the other client is coming. Okay. When the other client arrived there, she really liked the place, and she paid the deposit there, and it was crazy. But I found another.
Did the owner return the deposit? The other one?
Yes, he returned, so we could sign the contract. Everything was fine. He just wanted to be sure that once you sign the contract, the deposit is of the owner, right?
So you see, not all the owners are scammers.
Yeah. But it was crazy. Marsa Scala is Lima, let's go. It's super close, like Camilo said. Like in 30 minutes. No, I took 1 hour. And 1 hour when you are nervous feels like 10 hours. So I was like, Jesus, just my first deal, please. Everything's going to be okay. And oh my God, it was crazy. Do you remember yours, Camilo? How was your feeling of the first deal?
Yes, of course.
Even me, I remember about it.
Of course, my first deal was so hard. My first deal was in St. Julian's, and really, I'm really nervous about, I think that my clients are so interested in the apartment, and maybe for sure I can close this deal because, good clients, good property.
Me on your side.
Yeah, for sure.
You were together on your first deal.
Yes. I come from the property, and I start to call of the owner. Okay, I'm here.
Where?
Okay, where? I'm here. Yes, in the garden. What garden? In the garden, the garden for sure.
You can't miss the garden. It's your property. You know where is the garden.
For sure, but no, it's not garden. Let me check. I send you the exact location in WhatsApp. But yes, that's mistake. And other mistake was that my clients speak with me, but it's other client that come for the viewing. It's like, fuck. And I don't
mess from the beginning to the end.
2 different clients, 2 different locations.
Yes. Viewing was like at night. It's like at 6 start the viewing, and finally, so deposit collected like 9. So 3 hours, and I come from my house, and then I need to.
And after you
Come-
went back to the
Oh
to
my
the
God.
client
For
because
the
they want to
client?
pay it in
Yes.
cash, it was like.
Yes, and it's like deposit collected, the property is booked.
But-
So it's
And at the end, you close the deal.
Yeah.
They have an apartment,
And
and we remember about it. So it's nice.
And then when they signed the contract, they came to the wrong location again.
They went to the first. The
I had to
previous
go
one.
and pick them up with my car.
So your first deal took 3 hours, mine too, more or
Yeah,
less. Camilo's as well. Zach, if your first deal didn't take 2 hours, 3
Mine,
hours.
on the contrary, was quite easy.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. So somebody needs
It
to.
was easy. And when I started working, it was during the beginning of COVID.
Uh-huh.
So the market was
Different market, yeah. Lower.
very different,
Yeah.
very different.
Mhm.
You could get a one-bedroom apartment for 700, and it would be decent.
St. Julian's.
Maybe not St. Julian's, but yeah, you could get a decent apartment in St. Julian's, one bedroom for 800. Yeah. So my first deal was actually in Slima. It was a one bedroom, and it rented at around 750, if I remember correctly. I had only been working with QuickLets for around a week and a half. I mean, in the beginning, it was quite slow. I wasn't getting a lot of requests, but all of a sudden, I woke up and I found a message from a guy.
I
He
have
was-
one client.
Yeah, he wasn't even in Malta, and he wanted to make a video viewing and possibly book the property. So I called the owner straight away. He picked up the phone. I asked if it was still available, because it had been a few days since I posted it. He said it was available and that he can meet me straight away, because he liked the profile of my client. He was living in the UK, he's working remotely, and obviously he was the perfect client for the owner. I met the owner, we did a video viewing, the owner met the client through the video viewing, and he sent the deposit straight away.
No.
Yes.
This is the dream deal.
It was quite easy, yeah. We signed the contract virtually and everything, but a few months after he moved in, he had a lot of problems, because he was calling me saying that there were mold problems and other problems. So it didn't pan out as expected, but
But the deal was easy.
yeah, maybe we can sketch that part, because it doesn't sound quite good.
for sure.
Thank you so much, guys, for your time.
Thank
It
you.
was
Thank
you.
awesome
Thank you.
to have you here. Thank you, Camilo.
Thank you, Ingrid.
Thank you,
Thank
Zach.
you. I enjoyed it a lot.
Thank
For
you,
sure.
Tris.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you guys for being with us for our first episode of Depiro Street. You can find us on social medias at Depiro Street on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
And TikTok, no?
And
Not yet?
TikTok as well.
I forgot. Thank you for watching us, and I hope to see you again for the next content. We have a lot of things for you. We will bring some owner, some client, maybe you or people you know. So it was a real pleasure for us to be here, and we really hope to see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.